Hello, my fellow furries. Welcome to my screen. I've been wanting to make this video for a long time now, and what I've been wanting to do is play this game called Major Minor. Now, I know it's a PC game, but recently, from what I know, it's been installed on an app. So, I've heard it's a pretty good game and all, so I wanted to test it out myself and show you guys and enjoy it all together. So, what I'm recording on is a Samsung Luna, Galaxy Luna. Very crappy track phone. So, alright, let's get on into it. Over here, Major Minor. We shall begin with the loading process. Alright, let's do new game. Touch the screen to make choices and advance dialogue. Using multiple save files is highly recommended. Please and play sessions close to save points. This is to ensure that there is no loss of progress. Enjoy and choose wisely. Where am I? Is this out of space? No, it's absolutely can't be. I never survived in the void. I scanned my surroundings. What I see should be an impossibility. A luminescent nebula gazes back at me. It twinkles, dances across the sky. It's beautiful, but I'm not here to stargaze. As I take this scenario, I notice some key things. My feet are not on solid ground. I appear suspended. For some reason, I'm able to hear and breathe. Those are two things you can't do in space. I'll get this as a blessing, a focus on breathing. There were exercises I could use to calm myself down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before I can count higher, though, I'm interrupted. At that moment, I realize I'm not there by myself. I feel a hand rest upon my shoulder, and I shiver. I expect to feel fear, but a rush of calm overtakes me. Hello, and welcome to the Ark. This is a very special place, you see. Only a select few are allowed here. This is home to those touched by fate, imbued with power most would call fiction. Others have come, but it is your turn. First and foremost, I require a name, something to enter the annals of time. We must ensure that you aren't forgotten. Taylor. It has a nice ring to it. I'm sure you'll be remembered. My name, you ask? I'm afraid that's not important. No one will remember me after this. Your presence here portends a great fate, not just for you, but the universe too. That's the purpose of those who come here. To that end, what else would they call you? Your surname is just as important. And out of curiosity, I must know. Taylor Arya. Very well. The pleasure is mine. In giving your name, the deed is done. Your service to me in the Ark is pledged. But do not worry, you're not a slave. Your service rewards you with a power, something that most would kill to achieve. Others must bend the rules of the world, but for you, the opposite rings true. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. When you make a choice, reality will bend. Your every whim will fall to your lap. The universe now accommodates you. This is the power granted to you by the Ark. This is the power granted by you to me. Oh, it appears that you're fading away. Do you long to return to Earth? I understand. There is a fear in the unknown. I will find you soon, and perhaps then we could talk a little more. Don't be scared, Taylor. I mean no harm. I feel a rush of speed as I'm shot back into my body. It was almost as if my spirit momentarily left me. Who was that man? And what was the Ark? I scratched my head in a state of confusion, sheer confusion. It definitely wasn't a dream. I know that for sure. When you wake up from a dream, you know it wasn't real. You laugh it off, continue on with life. That's not a sensation I'm feeling right now. I try to ground myself in reality and take in my surroundings, the noises, and the people. I focus on my destination, Tokyo, Japan. I feel myself calm down, but slowly, but surely. The anxiety starts to replace itself with excitement. Though many would argue that what the difference is. Who didn't dream of going to Tokyo in their lifetime? It had to be on the bucket list of millions of people. And it was the first of many places I'd visit, on what would surely be the best day of my life. I sit here holding armrest with a fierce grip. It wouldn't be long until I figured out how wrong I was. Chapter 1. The Calm Before the Storm. I tried my best to maintain my composure. A can of Pop Star held firmly in my grasp. I wasn't one to drink energy drinks so leisurely, but I picked up what you might call an addiction. For a little bit more context, I'll say this: Pop Star was the leading brand of energy drink. In fact, it was the most popular as soda. It had full endorsement from a famous pop idol. A contest was held to coincide with this idol's new tour. 2 special cans were then thrown into the wild. Those that found them got to travel with the tour, almost like a golden ticket from old childhood stories. The contest made the drink skyrocket in popularity. It took the world by storm. It's a cultural phenomenon. The chance to live a life of luxury was hard to pass up. In case you didn't know, the name of the idol was Clace. So I say when I picked up something of an addiction, that might actually be the understatement of the year. The odds of winning were literally in the billions. So it took a fair amount enough of chugging in order to win. I asked myself if it was worth it, but that's subjective. At least that's what I told myself in between jitters. Being one of the lucky two came with its consequences. That's what the media called the prospective winners. Before I can do anything, before I can continue thinking, I'm interrupted. Someone walking down the aisle has a nasty fall. I braced their descent and land on the seat beside me. That takes a special kind of skill, doesn't it? He quickly raises his feet, wearing a look of panic. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Please, forgive me. I nod my head and that it's not the end of the world. Aside from the minor fright, everything's fine. Although, maybe we could talk in the past the time. It was starting to get boring sitting by myself. First time on a train. Don't know what came over me. I just got dizzy, then bam! It sounds like someone has a case of vertigo. I apologize again. Sorry for intruding, I really am. I try explaining to him that everything is fine, but he seems to think he's committed to an awful crime. Before he can respond, however, an alarm sounds loudly. The train comes on to a screeching halt. Mechanical failure. That's not good. Oh no, what was that? Are we going to die? He can't help but snicker at that. He's clearly one of those catastrophic thinkers. Good thing I brought my conch. Now I can be in power if we're stranded. He goes to rummage through his bag. A bit of bookworm, isn't he? I decided to just sit back and wait it out. In situations like this, there was nothing else to do. I try and think of how I could pass the time. I might be a while, until we're mobile again. I can't use my phone for anything other than text. The data charges were while aboard with a death sentence, but everybody back home would already be asleep. There was quite the time difference at play here. My phone vibrates. I go to look at it, almost as if I knew I was thinking about it. It's Rook, the man I was meeting at the train station. Are you there? I can't wait all day He was wondering why I am. I'm not sure what to say. Should I play it cool or let him know we've stalled? I can't say for sure. I choose to be honest with him. He didn't like my response. Wouldn't want things to get off to a bad start, but somehow I feel that's exactly what happened. Gah! Uncertainty. My least favorite thing to hear. Very well. His reply was a feeling of discontent. But there was nothing I could do. And of course, I was truthful. I could rest easy. I noticed that the squirrel was also eagerly texting away. Put my phone back in my pocket and reclined in my seat. I wasn't exactly sure how Rook was related to Clace, but he had to be pretty high up there. I was only given concrete details last week. I thought there'd be limos and media coverage, but I was quickly told that it wasn't the case. I was getting picked up by a regular guy named Rook. I wonder if he could go full on cliche with a large piece of cardboard that says Taylor. Oh man, I really hope we'll be okay. My train rides are usually incident free. Usually? But he said this was his first time. He seems to contradict himself without realizing it. Well, as fun as awkward silences are, we should probably get to know each other. In just this case, just in case we're stuck here forever. How that fun that would be. You can call me Keela. I'm here to see some friends. What about you? What brings you to Tokyo? It's nice to meet another English speaker. I only speak Japanese at preschool level. I'm about to answer, but I stopped myself short. I have flashbacks of when I signed that NDA. I wasn't allowed to publicly reveal why I was here. At least, not until the media made it official. But then again, what harm could it do? It likely never defined itself back to me. Plus, Caleb would be impressed with who I really am. A friend to be great with, great thing to have while abroad. Should I tell him or keep it a secret for now? I can't say for now. I decided to stick with my morals and not break the NDA. It was probably for the best. Who wants a lawsuit? If I did let out my secret, a word got back to Rook, well, I'm sure there'd be hell to pay. Oh, you can't say. That's cool, I guess. I'm just here to visit my brother. Nothing to hide on my end, really. I thought he said he was here to meet friends. Now he's here to meet his brother? That seems odd. Nothing could hide, huh? I feel bad that I can't tell him. He clearly realizes that I'm hiding something. I'm still really excited. It's my first time in Tokyo. Gotta hit up all the maid cafes. Of course. Typical tourist. What about you? Would you ever go to a maid cafe? I heard they're just the best. Maid cafes? Those were much like restaurants in the Western culture. However, your waitress actually stays at your table. You converse with them, play games, and get to know them. It was definitely a foreign concept to me. How do I respond to Keela? I'd love to go to one. Cool. Have to keep me in touch. I looked online at all the tourist sites. There's some great ones down at Akihabara. Sorry for the mispronunciation. Before I can continue talking, the train moves again, and the passengers are all shaken up by the sudden movement. Keely seems to be beams a wide smile, and it's the major victory. Wow, I was scared for nothing. That didn't really last long at all. He sure seems quite the chatting character. If we did end up going to those maid cafes, well, there'd be no shortage of entertainment. I wonder if the same could be said of Rook. More importantly, I wonder how he'd treat me. He certainly seems like an interesting guy. For a moment, I'm glad I didn't break my NDA. I don't think I would have been able to face him if I did. I did find it odd that I'm analyzing my previous actions, as if I could have changed what I said and what I did. Perhaps it was because of the weird vision I had. I can't control my own destiny, or something like that. What a ridiculous thing to comprehend. If I could control my destiny, I wouldn't be here. I'd probably be off somewhere living the life of luxury. But there isn't nothing like that, so I stop. At that exact moment, a pain attacks my chest. More pain than I've ever felt before. It pulses with my increasing fast heartbeat. I go to clutch my gut instinctively, only to find out that I can't move. Everyone around me seems to have frozen in place. I start to panic. I go to focus on my breathing, like before. But I can't breathe, either. I sense someone behind me, and then I feel it. The hand on my shoulder again. The pain fades away. I gasp loudly for air. Is there something on about this touch? Terribly sorry for earlier. Our meeting seems to have been cut short. Perhaps you desire to return to Earth? After all, the universe bends to you now. Am I that frightening? Either way, I sense conflict within you. You think what happened earlier was a dream? Yet now your dream stands before you. I am real. The Ark is real. And the power that you have? Well, yes, it's real too. I am not here to lecture you anymore. Your words and actions are your own, as is the power I have given you. However, you will be asked to help me. You are not receiving this power for free, but I will let you run free for today. When I see you again tonight, I will tell you everything, and then your journey will begin. Alright guys, that is the end of that, and I'm going to go ahead and save my game. Remember, it is file 2 that we are saving in, and later.